All right, everyone. The Dozen 1v1 Battle Royale continues on with the second round here on our new YouTube channel. Please subscribe. A lot of you are watching, but not subscribed. I know it takes a click or two, but if you could do that for us, it'd be a huge help. We're trying to grow the page before the Dozen Trivia League Season 4 kicks off in October. Also, give the video a like. We also take fan feedback, as always. It's a very important part of the show, and your feedback helps us change things up, grow and build, and make it a better product for you. So we've taken your feedback. Two things are going to change going forward. One, in the second round, the harder difficulty questions are going to come at the end. So it's the regular difficulty followed by the harder difficulty at the end. We made that change going forward. And then in the Elite Eight, the Final Four in the championship, people said, hey, don't make it all niche. We want to be able to play along a little more at home. So guess what? We heard you. We listened. We're going to do that. In those last three rounds, they're going to have the contestants will 4 regular niche categories, 4 harder difficulty niche categories, and then they're going to select 4 standard dozen categories. So it's broken up into 3 sections, and at the end of every match, yes, it'll be like the standard dozen, and I'll have to pick the thing that they're best at from the regular league matches. Thanks as always for the feedback and watching. Subscribe, like, leave your comments, leave your suggestions. It always helps. If you've not seen any of the first round matches, go back and watch those 16 matches. I'm about to spoil it for you in 3, 2, 1. You're about to see Brandon Walker take on Mark Titus, followed by Eddie against KB. The first of 4 sets of matches this week, 8 matches in total going through Thursday. Go to dailydozentrivia.com every single day and test your own trivia knowledge. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.
Welcome to the following presentation of the Dozen Trivia by Barstool Sports.
Is it Crime Dog, Fred McGriff?
Jesus, how in the hell?
The Holders are your champions. Unbelievable.
I don't even know California.
That's correct. 14-13.
The movie's called Get Fucked.
And Jack, champions of the Dozen, season 2, Uptown Ball.
It's the Dozen 1v1 Battle Royale 2023. We have the second round coming at you. 2 friends. We doing a show together.
I don't know about that.
SEC against the Big Ten.
Wait, Jeff, I got to ask you a question. When's this coming out? Do you know?
September.
Oh, so please go watch Mostly Sports with Brandon Walker and Mark Titus, or Mark Titus and Brandon Walker, which is what the logo says.
Do you think the show is canceled by now, Brandon? Do you think we're still on the air?
I know Jeff, so it's going to be mid-September at worst. I think we're probably in our first, maybe our second week. We have peaked already. We're not canceled, but we have peaked.
Okay.
Make sure to check that out. Haven't seen it yet, but can only assume fantastic things. First matchup of the second round, Brandon took down Rico. Rico was grossly underseeded.
Mark did tell me, hey, whatever you do, take out Rico. He thinks he knows college basketball. He's a piece of shit. Don't put me on the spot against Rico because he's probably better at college basketball than me. So I took him out for Mark Titus.
Titus took out Castellani in an upset, so now it's a 3-19. Winner takes on the winner of Stephen Che and PFT. The next match you'll see in this doubleheader, though, is Eddie against KB. KB also underseeded. In a reseed, KB is probably like a 2-seed. KB's a freak.
Can you explain to me how Brandon's a 3 seed and I'm a 19 when I'm second team all dozen, Jeff, and Brandon is nowhere to be found? In the annals of history, when you look up the all dozen team, Brandon, his face isn't there. I don't get it.
First of all,
before Brandon explains,
I'll take this one. There's been 3 dozen seasons. I'm a 2-time first team all dozener. And this time, Jeff wanted to make a bizarre statement because he had to suck Kirk's dick or something. He wanted to feel good. And he made me not be first team because of some technicality. Whatever.
You were suspended. It was part of your suspension.
The amount of cheating you've allowed from idiots on this show and then you suspended me is ridiculous.
Each of these fellas have selected 8 categories. 4 of them will repeat. 4 of them will be repeating categories that will show up again as more difficult questions, or at least they're supposed to be more difficult. Brandon will give Titus his first question. Titus will give Brandon his first question, and then they'll go back and forth. 3 lifelines. They can double up any of the first 8 categories, the regular difficulty categories, twice, and then the hard difficulty categories, they can double up 1 time. we decided now, second round and on, all of the hard will be saved for the last 4 rounds. So difficult categories will be the last 4 rounds. Some matches that had been happening already, but that's how we're going to do it going forward. Here we go. Titus's categories are Big Ten basketball, Indianapolis 500, country music, Laguna Beach, Indiana Mr. Basketball.
All time. He likes
Ohio
country music.
State basketball, NCAA tournament, college to the NBA. And the 4 repeating difficult will be Indiana Mr. Basketball, Ohio State basketball, NCAA tournament, and college to the NBA.
The time, Jeff. So give me a 20. You're telling me that you told us to pick 8 categories, and he picked Big Ten basketball, Indiana Mr. Basketball, Ohio State basketball, NCAA tournament, and college to the NBA. 4 of his categories are the same thing.
They're not the same. The fact that you think these are the same thing shows how uncultured you are, Brandon. The fact that you think that all basketball is
Big
the same.
Ten basketball, Ohio State basketball, NCAA tournament, college to the NBA. That's 4 college basketball categories.
No.
Okay.
And they're all different. It says it right there. If they were all the same, they'd all be the same.
I heard you missed Big Ten basketball in round 1.
I did. Can we start this goddamn game, Brandon? Or are you gonna? Is this the Brandon Walker?
Brandon, this is what
Easy.
a brand. There's nothing like a Brandon match. Always goes significantly longer than every other match. Here we go. Brandon's categories: WWF, WCW, SEC basketball, Scrubs, The Cosby Show, Major League, That Thing You Do, SEC football. Repeating will be The Cosby Show, Major League, That Thing You Do, and SEC football. Brandon, what do you want to have Titus go with first?
I gotta say, I don't believe him. Country music.
Country music right off the bat. Here we go. Titus, like it was last time, this will be an audio question. So you will hear a song, and you'll have to give me the answer. Here we go. This is for Brandon.
I missed
SEC hoops. To tie it up at 1 apiece, the question is, this school with players such as Tasman Mitchell and Bo Spencer is one of only 3 SEC teams to get a bid for the 2009 NCAA tournament.
I believe Tasman Mitchell played at LSU. Final answer.
That is correct. 1-1. We're knotted up after 1.
Yep.
Brandon, back to Titus.
I guess let's just do a basketball one. Do college to the NBA.
College to the NBA. Here we go. Do you want to double this, Titus?
No, I don't want to double.
He's got 5 other basketball categories to double. Okay.
For 1 point. Shake Milton was taken 54th overall in 2018 after 3 seasons at this American school with a postseason ban his freshman season.
That is the SMU Mustangs, Jeff. Final answer.
That is correct. 2-1. Titus, back to Brandon. What are you going to give him?
Let's do That Thing You Do.
That Thing You Do. Brandon, do you want to double?
I would like to double this.
Doubled up to make it 3-2. Granted, keep in mind, Titus has all his doubles. This is for Brandon, That Thing You Do. What state does TV say he has to relocate by the end of August when the entire band meets Mr. White for the first time?
Well, he joined the Marine Corps, which means he has to go to the state of South Carolina. Final answer.
That is correct. 3-2. Back to Titus, Brandon. What are you going to give him?
Are you nervous, Titus? You okay?
I'm a little nervous, Brandon. Yeah, I don't like. I don't like. Yeah, I just absorb your energy. Your nervous energy is bleeding over into me, and I don't even care, frankly. Like, I don't care if I win or lose. I'm way too cool for this. I have so much more important things going on in my life that I don't really need this, to be completely honest. But you care so much, it's making me care.
So, which category do you want?
Pick one.
Do you want NCAA tournament or Ohio State basketball or Big Ten
basketball? They're all so
basketball?
different, Brandon. Just pick one, and I'll show you the breadth of my knowledge.
Give me Ohio State basketball.
Ohio State basketball. This is for Titus. Do you want to double it?
Hold on. Let me think about it. Fuck. No, you know what? I'm not going to double it. I'm going to save my double. I know where I want to double.
Ohio State hoops to make it 3-3. Top 10 recruit and Ohio Player of the Year. This shooting guard played for Ohio State from 2010 through 2012 before transferring to Dayton for a solid 2 years. played solidly for 2 years. That's gotta fit it.
That is the Ohio Player of the Year. This shooting guard played for Ohio State from 2010. This is right after I left. This is the recruiting class. Jordan Seibert. Final answer.
It is 3-3. I don't think anyone's used more than 15 seconds so far. Other side, Titus, what are you going to give Brandon?
Let's go WCW.
Do you want a double?
I am saving my double for another category.
Okay, here we go.
I think we all know what it is.
Yeah, it's true. You have one left. That's right. I don't know why I asked. WCW. Here we go. This is for Brandon to make it 4-3. What mid-card wrestler defeated Eddie Guerrero in a no disqualification match for the United States title to open uncensored 1997?
Uncensored 97 was March of 97. He was. Could be Benoit. It could. I don't know this. Mid-card wrestler. So it could be Benoit. I'm going to guess Chris Benoit. Final answer.
Dean Malenko.
The only reason I didn't say Dean was I didn't think he would be in a no disqualification match. All right.
First miss is by Brandon. We're tied up 3 apiece. Titus has all of his doubles. Brandon, what are you going to give Titus?
Indiana Mr. Basketball.
Are you going to double this?
Let's double it.
Indiana Mr. Basketball doubled up. Here we go. This is for Titus to make it 4-3. This Indianapolis Pike High School player won Mr. Basketball in 2001 before attending Notre Dame and playing all 128 games over 4 seasons.
This man's name is Chris Thomas, Jeff, and he French kissed my high school girlfriend many years after we broke up, and I heard about it, and it made me rethink. Yeah, they were tonguing at a movie.
Wow.
And I wasn't happy about it, but we had been broken up for a few years at that point, so there's nothing I could do, Jeff. I don't know if that's part of the answer you needed, but his name is Chris Thomas. Final answer.
It did. I almost want to give you extra credit. Now, 4-3. That is correct. Chris Thomas. Wow, what a fucking story. Other side.
Brandon, you ever date any girls that French kissed Mr. Basketballs? Probably not. You're probably not as cool as I am.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did, but I didn't keep up with them after I dated them very much. I don't know. My girlfriends weren't too much into basketball players. All right, what's next?
I want Brandon
over to Titus. Or to Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, you're doing SEC football. He doesn't know anything about that. Let's throw him a hard one.
Correct.
SEC football to make it 4-4. Titus slight advantage here. This Kentucky QB had gaudy numbers in his final 2 seasons in 06-07, passing for 71 TDs and over 7,000 yards.
Andre Woodson, final answer.
That is correct.
Give him Laguna Beach.
We're doubling this one, Jeff. We're doubling this one.
You are?
Yeah, I think I want to double it. I thought about it, and
all right, doubled up. Laguna Beach to make it 7-4. Brandon would then have more doubles remaining. That's worth noting. In season 1, episode 3, Kristen's car breaks down in the middle of LA traffic. We later find out it broke down because she didn't do what?
Oh fuck! This is iconic. She doesn't move her car over. She just leaves it there and causes a traffic jam. It's because oh my god.
20 seconds.
They said it at dinner later.
This is embarrassing if you know it. It's embarrassing if you don't know it.
I know. I think it's she doesn't change her oil. She didn't change her oil. I got to go with that. That's my final answer. She did not change her oil.
That is correct. 7-4. Big one for Titus.
That's
Both
just
doubles.
a stock answer, though. Women don't check their oil.
It's true.
Titus
They did
throwing
do that.
back over to Brandon.
The 2 girls were like, I would never check my oil. And yeah, they're like, I just had my dad do it. That's what they said, I think. Let's do the Cosby Show.
Cosby Show.
Hey,
Doubled up. I'm not even going to ask.
Okay.
Not even going to ask. To make it 7-6. In season 3, episode 13, what team does Theo join at school, leading to him bonding with Elvin as he helps Theo practice?
Well, Elvin, who at Princeton was part of the wrestling team. So obviously when Theo joined the wrestling team at his high school, he became Theo the Monster Man Huxtable, and Elvin helped him in the basement, the wrestling team.
7-6. Brandon back down 1. Titus slight advantage, with the only double remaining for the hard category. All right, Brandon, what's Titus going to answer next?
Titus, have you ever beaten me at anything? Give him Indianapolis 500.
This one might be
500.
He's fronting.
Team Penske had back-to-back Indianapolis 500 winners in 2018-2019 with Will Power winning and then this French driver.
Hold on. Back-to-back Indianapolis 500 winner, 2018 and 18. Will Power won. And then Simon Pagenaud. That's got to be Simon Pagenaud. That's French. He's French. Simon Pagenaud, final answer.
8-6. Titus
Why
still has
are
not.
all Titus's answers got French in them?
This is what the
Let's
script
do
dictated.
let's do Scrubs.
Scrubs to make it 8-7.
Jeff, I want to double.
You can't double. Here we go. Buried in student debt. In season 2, episode 8, we see JD and Turk's fridge filled with what snack that they've stolen from Sacred Heart?
Fruit Cups. Fruit Cups. The episode is literally called My Fruit Cups. Final answer.
8-7. Titus holds that 1-point lead. Back to Titus. What are you going to give him, Brandon?
What? It's the fuck? Look at the two categories. Who gives a shit? Pick one. They're the same fucking thing.
All right. Just pick one.
Pick one, Brandon.
Let me just point out right now. There are 6 categories left in this game. The 6 categories Titus has to answer from here on out: Big Ten basketball, NCAA tournament, Indiana Mr. Basketball, Ohio State basketball, NCAA tournament, and college to the NBA. Okay.
I don't understand what the problem is, Brandon. All of these are these are all obviously different. Do you think like chemistry and physics are the same because they're science? These are all different.
Give him Big Ten basketball.
Big Ten hoops to make it 9-7. This sophomore Northwestern player ended up second team All Big Ten in 2009-2010 after helping guide them to a school record 20 wins.
Good question.
All right. The sophomore Northwestern player ended up second team All Big Ten in 2010.
Read the question back.
Help me with this. That's either Kevin Coble or John Cherna. I think Kevin Coble was older. I think he was gone by then. Cherna was younger. He would have stuck around a couple more years. So I'm going John Cherna.
Need an answer in. That is correct. John Cherna, 9-7.
Brandon, you all right?
Other side. Starting to get antsy. What are you going to give him?
Let's do Major League.
When Jake takes Rick and Willie to a fancy restaurant prior to the season, Rick says his outfit makes him look like what?
A banker. Final answer.
That is correct. Might be a top 3 favorite line in that movie.
Like a
Brandon, one of your niches is what, an hour and a half movie that you just watch before every match? You just watch the movie?
No.
NCAA tournament.
2 of my niches are hour and a half movies.
NCAA tournament for Titus. This SEC point guard helped his 4-seed school take down 8-seed Wisconsin at the buzzer with an insane shot at MSG in the 2017 Sweet 16.
I know it was Florida, Jeff. I know it was wait a second. I remember the shot. I remember the game. I remember everything about this, but I'm getting all my Florida point guards mixed up. This is bad. This is a bad miss if I don't get this.
And 10 seconds.
I'll go. Fuck, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Scotty Wilbekin, final answer.
Chris Chiozza.
It was Chris Chiozza. Rutgers transfer, right?
Chris Chiozza, big miss We are evened up if Brandon gets this.
All right, here we go. Come on, Brandon.
That was a bad miss. That was a bad miss, Jeff.
Here we go. WWF to tie it up. In 1991, Hulk Hogan won his second career Royal Rumble by last eliminating this wrestler who never held the singles title in the WWF.
I believe Earthquake held tag team titles, but he never held a singles title, and that is my final answer.
Sorry, say it one more time.
Earthquake.
That's what I thought you said. That is correct. We are tied up completely going in to the difficult round, the last four. I'm glad this is a good call by producer Gooch that we're going to save these.
Tommy, did you see that? The answer was Earthquake. That's your favorite guy. Sorry.
Look at that. Family affair here. Okay. Brandon, what are you going to give Titus?
I don't know, a basketball one, I guess. Let's go with
I just got
with Ohio State basketball. No,
I just got one wrong.
Ohio State hoops.
hold on very quickly. Are all these 1 points or there's double here?
They're 1 point, but you can double one of them.
Okay, all right, go. All right, that Ohio State basketball.
Titus, are you going to single or double?
I'm single.
Singling it. In Mark Titus'
Oh my
2009-2010 senior year, he logged 5 minutes against his NEC school in a 110-47 blowout
Jesus
victory.
Christ, Jeff. Oh my God. Who did?
I don't know.
This is diabolical.
I don't know what's
This is
worse. You ask him a Mark Titus question, or he doesn't know it.
It's really it's.
No, this is a great question. I legitimately have. I mean, there's so many games I played in, Brandon. They all run together.
5, 4.
I'm gonna guess. I think Presbyterian.
3.
Is that one? Final answer.
It was your career high in minutes against St. Francis, PA. St. Francis, PA. Honestly, Brandon's complaining. It is a hard question, but I was like,
did you score?
but the notable thing, I'm like, I think it's. I was like, I think you hit a free throw or two, but I'm like,
Brandon,
it's his career high in minutes. I feel like that evens it out.
Brandon, like think about like where did you go for lunch when you were 21 that one time? It's kind of what like I.
Probably Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God, what a question! I applaud it, Jeff. I will say, for the record, the two that I've gotten wrong were great questions, and I have no problem with them. I should have known them both.
I kind of want all the basketball questions to be Titus questions now.
Hey, he didn't ask integrity. He didn't ask for Mark Titus questions. I gave it to him because it felt like it worked here. Keep in mind, Dana did do Dana Beer's high school hoops.
That's funny.
So, all right, here we go. Titus, give one to Brandon. I'm not over yet.
Let's go the Cosby Show.
We're still tied up. Cosby Show, do you want to double this? Okay, to make it 11-9.
It's over.
In season 2, episode 8, after Denise learns how to drive, Claire assumes she won't ask to borrow her car, as Claire drives what type of vehicle?
She drives a station wagon, Jeff. Final answer.
She can't get these questions past him. That is 11-9. Other side, what are you going to give Titus? Down 2 with 4 points remaining.
It's over.
It's over. I want to see what this guy did to his girlfriend. Give me Indiana Mr. Basketball.
Okay. Do you want to double this?
I'll double this one. I'll double.
To make it 11-11, Indiana Mr. Basketball. This Indianapolis North Central player won 2004 Mr. Basketball before attending Indiana and never averaging over 9.3 points per game.
This man's name was AJ. It still is, but back in 2004, it was also AJ Ratliff is his name. Final answer.
I thought you were going to drop a nugget on us. Like, he's actually completely changed his name. It's 11-11. Okay, tied up for now. What are you going to give Brandon?
Let's do SEC football.
SEC football. Here we go. Not over yet. SEC
Brandon,
football.
do not open
This
the
is the
door.
one I could miss.
Do not open the door.
While Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown got all the hype, this Florida running back actually led the SEC in rushing for the 2004 season.
Yeah, I think you might have got me here.
Chris Chioza.
Ah.
It's Chris Chioza, Brandon.
Oh, man. I guess I got to go with my gut. It came to mind immediately, but I don't think he led the league in rushing. Fuck, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt bad.
And I need an answer.
Theatric Faison, final answer.
That is correct. 12-11.
I don't know how that was in my mind.
Here we go. This is for Titus.
Where'd you write that answer down? Was it on the floor where you were looking, or was it off screen? Where I couldn't keep up with all the.
Tommy's over there. Tommy's over there by the TV, and he's pulling it up on the TV.
Tommy just has Football Reference up on the TV, just scrolling. All right, what's Titus going to answer next?
NCAA tournament.
NCAA tournament. This is for Titus. What 13 seed took down a Dean Wadeless 4 seed Kansas State in a 2019 first round upset?
I suck at NCAA tournament, Jeff. This is what I'm learning. I need to I need to make all my Laguna Beach questions. How am I so bad at remembering these first round games? Holy shit! 13 seed took down Kansas State in 2019. 13 seed Kansas State 2019. 13 seed.
5, 4.
I got nothing.
3.
I got not Loyola. 2. I remember them beating Kansas State. That was not 2019 though. Final
UC Irvine.
Loyola Chicago is also my guess.
Cal Irvine.
Yeah.
Cal Irvine. Yep. Okay, Brandon. This is for the win. What are you going to give him? Major League or that thing you do? I think one might be a hair. I won't say what. One might be a hair harder than the other, but I'm not totally sure.
I'll just go in order. Major League. It doesn't matter. It's over.
Major League. Here we go. Major League for the win. On their first bus ride, in an attempt to make fun of Vaughn, what illustrated novel does Dorn offer up to him as being right up his alley?
So this means if I don't get this, I could see to that thing you do question?
Yeah. Throw it,
I
Brandon.
see that thing you
Throw
do
it.
question.
Otherwise, it moves on.
Throw
if
it,
you
coward.
get it here, I move it on because I.
Throw it, coward.
Titus, you know that
you won't.
Titus, we haven't been together. We haven't been together long enough for you to know something about me. Jeff, tell him. Tell him, Jeff.
What?
Just
I
like
can't. If I know the answer, I can't.
Oh no! Oh yeah. No, I mean you saw it literally in New York in this past. Brandon lost the dozen tournament because he helped Kirk out in the second round of the tournament. He could not help himself against his rival, and it bit him in the ass.
Say the answer, and then
Crime and punishment. Final answer.
That is correct. That's a really fucking hard question. That's not an easy question. 13-11 final score. That was a great match. That was 13-11. These one of the highest scoring matches we've had. Winner takes on the winner of PFT and Stephen Che. Could be an all experts match, or I mean, Che's money. Che's is a whack job, which I'm not sure those two things are like mutually exclusive. But Titus, last thoughts here. I guess Brandon and Titus do a little pitch for the show.
Yeah. Watch the show. I for all of Brandon's bitching about how all my categories were the same, as it turns out they were not. And I thought they were good questions. A lot of times when I lose at this, I get really pissed off at you for asking bad questions. And when I get them wrong, I'm like, that was a horrendous question. Why did Jeff ask that? These were great questions. I fucked up. I'll own it. But yeah, Brandon, as long as Brandon has categories where he can just watch the movie right before the match and rip it off from the movie he just watched, I was never going to have a chance. So congratulations, Brandon. Good job.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, it was brilliant that he wrote a Mark Titus question. But secondly, Chris Chioza is going to eat at you, right?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I fucked that one up. I can't deny it. I knew the answer, but I couldn't pull it.
I can see him right now doing that one-handed little floater from the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean he was under the basket. He could have caught the ball as it went through the rim. Like he had so much. I remember the play well. It was in Madison Square Garden. I just it happens. It happens. That's all right. Good luck, Brandon.
It's worth noting. So this Smock and Experts are going to have a bit of a from the South rivalry this year with Ben Mintz on Smock and Brandon, right?
There's no rivalry between me and that idiot.
It is worth noting, by the way, Titus and Kenjack don't play anything. But Titus, you only play close matches. It is crazy.
Every time.
Like
every time. Are you worried, Brandon, if you play PFT and he beats you, then moving forward, everyone will know that he's carrying your team, and it's not you?
Frankly, Titus, after losing 2 straight championship games, including one to Kirk, I would like for someone to carry my team so that I don't carry the burden of the embarrassment that we have every single year.
That's it. Brandon Walker wins. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Coming up right now, same episode, same video. Eddie against KB. All right, it's a dozen 1v1 Battle Royale. We continue on. You just saw Brandon Walker take down Mark Titus, 3 over the 19 seed. Brandon, a little bit of a comeback there at the end. Good match, 13-11, one of the highest scoring matches. Now we have the 2 seed against the 15 seed. The only person not missed so far, KB. He was 9 for 9 in his match. Eddie was pretty damn efficient in his, too. Eddie took down Smitty in the first round. KB knocked out Blaze pretty heavily. So here we go. Winner taking on Eddie. You might play, if you win, you could potentially play Clem versus Kenjack. The winner here will join Brandon Walker in round 2. Eddie, how are we feeling? I warned you. I said KB might be a little underseeded.
Oh, he's very underseeded. The thing about KB is KB knows what he knows.
I've been getting I've been catching some internal flack for my categories. People think it's a little bit weird and creepy. So I might purposely miss a school district question to save face.
Yeah, are you put on a list if you get 2 consecutive Pennsylvania public school district questions?
Yeah. That's bad.
You've seen these 2 play before. They all kept their same categories. These are KB's categories. We actually didn't get to a bunch of questions. He only answered 9 questions. We haven't seen one of these yet. Junior college and California Community College athletic team nicknames. College wrestling. Didn't see any of those. Pennsylvania public school districts. Olympic cities. Division I college cities. West Virginia counties. Football Bowl subdivision stadium names, and world capitals. And he's repeating Division I college cities, West Virginia counties, Football Bowl subdivision stadium names, and world capitals. That is a switch. He's not going to repeat wrestling. He's going to repeat stadium names, which, again, he'd even answer. We didn't even get to wrestling last time. Eddie, Howard Stern Show, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Chicago Cubs, Mario Kart 64, The Goonies, American Pie 2, The Real World, The Wedding Singer, Goonies, American Pie 2, Real World, and Wedding Singer will be your repeating difficult. Bit of a change for you guys. You guys have not had this yet. All of the difficult questions will come last. We'll go through the first 8 categories, the standard 8, and then the last 4 categories will be the difficult ones. So let's start it out. KB, you're giving Eddie, you're giving KB his first category.
All right, JUCO nicknames. Let's see if that's true.
JUCO, California Community College nicknames, and it's going to be the California variety. Here we go. Kyle, here is your question. Located in the Lakewood Village section of Long Beach, California, what nickname does Long Beach City College of the South Coast Conference use? 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. Long Beach City. I don't know. The Beavers.
Final.
Yeah.
That is the Vikings, his first miss. You didn't. You weren't prepped for it.
Yeah.
Good gamesmanship by Eddie. What are you going to give Eddie for his first category?
Howard Stern Show.
All right, off the top. Here we go. Howard Stern Show. This is for Eddie to make it 1-0. At one point, a whackpacker. What was the name of the perverted clown character played by insult comedian Roger Black? 30 seconds.
I know it's not Pogo. That's John Wayne Gacy, Jeff.
Okay, it's like a separate category for clown characters. 10 seconds, Eddie.
Fuck, I know who it fucking is.
5, 4.
Pozo?
Yucko the clown. Yucko the clown.
Fucking Yucko. Damn it.
All right, no blood in the first round. There we go. What are you going to give KB for his second category?
What was the other one he didn't know? Division I college cities. So let's go with that.
Do you want to double this?
Do I want to double? Shit. Yeah, I will double this.
Doubled up to make it 2-0. Here's your category, or here's your question. Division I college cities. Boiling Springs, North Carolina is home to what Division I school with an FCS football team and Big South basketball team?
I think that's Gardner-Webb. Final.
Gardner-Webb, 2-0, KB.
Pretty good.
Uses his double. Successfully. Here we go. Other side. What are you going to give Eddie?
I like this order. I'll just go Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
All right, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. This is for Eddie. Let's make it 2-1. Where does Dottie suggest she and Pee-wee should go on a date before he finds out his bike has been stolen?
I actually know this.
To you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is a bad start. I could hear her saying it too. She got that raspy ass voice.
That's how she said it.
Yeah.
5, 4.
The diner?
Do you know it, KB?
No.
Okay. It's the drive-in.
Oh,
drive-in.
I was going to say that, but I figured that was too fucking obvious too.
Difficult. Eddie down 2-0 after 2 categories. He misses his first 2. What are you going to give KB?
Olympic cities.
Olympic cities for KB. KB, do you want to double?
No.
With an iconic opening ceremony, cauldron lighting by Kathy Freeman, the City Olympic Games for what year were officially open?
2000.
Final answer?
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
2000. 3-0 KB, early lead. What do you want to give Eddie?
Yeah, let's go Cubs.
Cubs right down the line. Here we go, Eddie. To make it 3-1 to get on the board. This Cubs reliever appeared in 77 games in 2003 and got into a regular season benches clearing brawl with Reds starting pitcher Paul Wilson.
It's Kyle Farnsworth, Jeff.
Final answer?
Yes.
On the board, there we go. 3-1 after 3 categories. Back over to KB. What are you going to give him, Eddie?
Let's go FBS stadium names.
FBS stadiums. Do you want to double this, KB, or save your last double for these first 8?
Oh, man. No.
No double. Here we go. For 1 point. Jim Wacker Field at Bobcat Stadium is home to what FBS school in the Sun Belt Conference?
Jim Wacker.
$15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know this.
Need a guess in 5?
Charlotte.
Correct answer is Texas State. Texas State. Eddie, a little bit of an opening there.
Oh, fuck.
You still have all your doubles.
State, yeah.
What are you going to give Eddie for his next one?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Right down the list we go. Mario Kart to make it 3-2. What Mushroom Cup course has 2 trains running through, acting as a hazard and something forcing players to stop until it passes? Sometimes forcing players, can't read.
It's desert something, Jeff, but I don't know what the second word is. It's not desert storm.
10 seconds.
Fuck, it's desert something.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Desert run.
1. You got half it. It's Calamari Desert. Calamari Desert. Back over to KB. What are you going to give him next? KB again misses, but Eddie can't strike.
Fuck. Let's do World Capitals.
World Capitals. This is for KB to make it. Do you want to double it?
Yeah, definitely.
Doubled up World Capitals to make it 5-1. Eddie still has all of his doubles. Keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah.
All regular doubles off the board for KB. One of the closest pairs of capital cities sits in Africa, with Brazzaville and what other world capital right next door?
Kinshasa.
Sorry, say it one more time.
Kinshasa.
That is correct. 5-1. KB nails both doubles. Back to Eddie. Eddie still has both his doubles left. You're just going right to Goonies?
I'll double this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Goonies doubled up to make it 5-3. Here's your question, Eddie. What flavor of ice cream does Sloth offer Chunk while Chuck attempts to call the police to inform them about the Fratellis?
I'm not gonna overthink. I overthought Pee Wee. I think it's Rocky Road. I don't feel
Is
great
that a
about
final, or are you talking it out? Just want to just
Rocky Road.
answer. Is that your final?
Yeah.
5-3. Didn't overthink it. That's where you're missing the boss man.
I know. You're right. I knew driving, but I was like, no. Why would they be driving when they go to the drive-in at the end of the movie? Fuck.
Goonies is a double that is successful for Eddie. Down 2 now. Kyle, bit of a slight advantage because Eddie's missed 3. What are you going to give KB next?
West Virginia counties.
West Virginia counties to make it 6-3. Here's your question, KB. New Martinsville is the county seat for this West Virginia county with a total population of just over 14,000 people.
That's Wetzel County.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wetzel County is correct. 6-3. KB with a 3-point lead. Back to Eddie.
Oh, yeah, American Pie.
American Pie 2 is my assumption. There we go. American Pie 2 for Eddie. Here's your question, Eddie. In the opening of the movie, what does Jim's dad drop on the floor after he walks in on Jim trying to have sex in his dorm?
I think it's condoms. Condoms final.
It's beer. It's beer bottles. Beer bottles. 3-point lead for KB, growing a little bit. Eddie still has one extra double. What do you need KB next? Wrestling or public schools?
Let's go public school.
Pennsylvania Public School Districts. Here we go. This is for KB. Make it 7-3. 2 school districts in Allegheny County start with the letter H. Highland School District and what else?
Fuck, I know it. They're I'm gonna say Hampton. Final answer.
Hampton Township School District. That is correct. 7-3. Back over to Eddie. Real World is next. Do you want to double this, or are you going to double Wedding Singer?
I will double this, Jeff.
Doubled up to make it 7-5. Airing in 2009, not everyone on this Real World season were strangers, as Jonna Manion and Derek Chavez were co-workers prior.
So what's the season?
Yeah.
That's Cancun.
7-5. Eddie's double successful, down by 2. They both have their hard double. Obviously, we're not to the hard categories left. Last regular question in the regular difficulty categories is college wrestling for KB to make it 8-5. Prior to transferring to Arizona State, Jason Surtis was the 2014 NCAA wrestling champion at 149 for a Big Ten school. I should have looked up that pronunciation.
That's Northwestern. You pronounced it right, I think. Yeah.
Figured the T's were silent. That is correct. Northwestern 8-5 lead for KB. Eddie, the wedding singer, to make it 8-6 going into the hard questions. What does Alexis Arquette's character George repeatedly sing whenever Robbie lets them take over the lead vocals?
He sings Give Me Time. Final.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Oh, I guess that's the song. I remember him saying "Give Me Time" so many times.
8-5 lead, 3-point lead for KB going into the hard difficulty questions. 5 points remaining each. 3-point lead for KB. What are you going to give him, Eddie?
Let's go FBS stadiums.
Stadium names. Do you want to do for 1 point or 2, KB?
Yeah, just one.
There's one misses in the regular. Let's see if you can make it 9-5, or it'll be 8-5 going over to Eddie. What is the name of Middle Tennessee State's football stadium, which opened in 1933 but got its name in 1968?
Fuck. I knew this. This is something goofy, I think.
Ten seconds.
Middle Tennessee. Nah, I don't know.
Nothing. It is Johnny Red Floyd Stadium.
Yeah,
Floyd Stadium.
I remember memorizing that.
Would have taken just Floyd. Eddie.
Floyd.
Oh, Red Floyd. Door a little open. I gave you Jim Whacker Field and old Red Floyd. Eddie. What is he gonna? You gonna go right down the list, KB?
Yeah, we'll do that. Goonies.
Goonies. What are you gonna do with Goonies? Single or double?
Single.
Single to make it 8-6 and close the gap a little bit here, Eddie. What is the name of the Goonies local newspaper that is seen with the Fratelli's mugshot on the front page?
I can't even begin to think about it. I can't even remember the city. It's a fucking
5, 4.
the Oregon Times.
The Astoria Ledger. The Astoria Ledger. 3 points remaining for KB. For Eddie. If KB gets this here, it is a 4-point lead with 4 points remaining for Eddie. What do you want to give him?
Division I college cities.
Division I college cities. Do you want to double this or no?
I guess not. Yeah,
okay,
no.
not going to double. This will be a 4-point lead with Eddie having 4 points remaining. Here is the question. Division I college cities. In what city is Stephen F. Austin located?
Stephen F. Austin. Yeah, this is harder than I remember. This might be one of those wacky names. Natchitoches?
Is that your
Yeah, that's the final.
final? Say it one more time.
Natchitoches? I don't think that. I know.
We'll give that to you. That's close enough. It's a tough name to pronounce. That is correct. Nacogdoches, Texas.
I'm going to throw a flag on myself. Can you spell the Stephen F. Austin city?
Nacogdoches.
No. So what I said was...
Were you saying the Northwestern State one?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, and I will be honest, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. We thought it was close enough because you said Nacogdoches, which the other one is.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking Northwest. I was thinking that.
Northwestern State is, I forget how to say it. It's Natchitoches. Okay, so that's
what I was
close.
trying to say.
All right, that's a
Yeah.
fair. That's a man of integrity. He'll take the point off the board. American Pie 2 for 1 or 2.
Let's do 1.
What is the name of the disabled trombone prodigy that Jim gets mistaken for when he goes to visit Michelle at band camp?
That is Petey. He gets
Final
mistaken
answer?
for 80 final. Yeah.
That is correct. 9-6. KB gets this. It's over. What are you going to give KB, Eddie?
West Virginia counties.
West Virginia counties, do you want to double this or no?
You know what? Judging on the last capital question where it wasn't just an outright, what's the capital of blank? This might be harder than I think. I'm gonna double the counties.
Double the counties. Here we go. This would make it 10-6. So make it 10-6. The game would be over at that point. Here we go for the win. The county seat in Mason County, and the only city in the county is this town off of the Ohio River.
That's Point Pleasant.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. 10-6 final score. KB with the win. Eddie, it was tough in the middle. Some of the N64 drive-in, that's where it got you.
Yeah, I didn't play well. KB played great. He's a force. I think KB is going to win this whole damn thing.
The KB, you gotta dip back in the stadium names again.
Yeah, the stadium names, the cities. I got too cocky. Thought I had them cemented in mind. No, I don't.
I gotta watch these more. I gotta watch before the season starts. This was.
Are you gonna offer any of these up to Dave as a niche?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was good last round on him. I didn't watch him at all even before last round, but I mean.
I think Real World and Goonies up there for you. Yeah, look, Ziti's niche in the season in November. Ziti already in the league. Frankettes already in the league. They don't have to play in the play-in tournament. I think it's going to be movies this year based on the tournament. It just
could be.
The snack guys are gone with the niche. Yeah, Real World might be up there. Real World might be a niche as well for Ziti. Give the report back to the boss man. KB moves on. KB, you will take on the winner of Clem and Kenjack. You join Brandon Walker in the second round. The next matches you will see this week, you'll see Rudy against Fran next. Very diverse category list there, followed up by the match we just mentioned, Clem against Kenjack. That is it. We will see you tomorrow. The Dozen 1v1 Battle Royale 2023 rolls on.